Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's SSG Coop back at you with another one. Right now we about to give you our NXT Deadline 2022 pay-per-view predictions. It's still not a takeover. Once it's a takeover, then I take it seriously. But it could have some fun stuff on it. We have to wait and see. So if you didn't know, we got our Ring of Honor video up. Know what I'm saying? Our pay-per-view predictions, that's live on the channel right now. Go and check that out. But yeah, but this is built takeover like just because it has 5 matches. So we gonna run down these 5 matches and give y'all something. We gotta understand NXT sucks. This out of all WWE television, this is the worst freaking show. NXT is a shell of its former self, and that's really sad. Don't get me wrong, it's got some somewhat decent people on it though, but NXT back in when it was 1 hour on the network, banger shows, bangers, storylines, some good wrestling, just man. But we gonna run down because we ain't here to reminisce. We gonna here to run down this freaking show. Most of the people on this card we do know, except we'll get to them in a second. But anyway, so I'm gonna go just like how I did the Ring of Honor. It's we gonna go top to bottom to main event. So opening the show, I guess, is Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn, basically, that's kind of a simple concept. Why is that on the show? Well, that was good enough to be on the pay per view, I guess. But Isla Dawn, sabotaged Alba Fire's opportunity at the NXT Women's Title. So now, that's personal. So now I gotta beat you up. Now, just think about I ain't gonna say few, the couple good women's matches back on them takeover days. And think, is this anything gonna be anything compared to like those? Io Shirai and Candice LeRae take over Toronto too. Didn't need a title? Something similar like this. Betrayal, backstabbing, Great story. It was the long-term booking of Io Shirai during that time, and she had to go heel, which made her more over. Her and Candice LeRae had a very, very good pay-per-view match on a takeover. It wasn't the opener. I want to say that was the best women's match of the year for WWE. Don't at me. If you ain't see it, just shut up. But I think Alba Fire is gonna get some retribution against Isla Dawn. I'm not really familiar with Isla Dawn in the ring style. Like I've seen like snippets from NXT UK, but I really haven't seen her. Alba Fire, she's great in the ring. Ain't gonna lie, she's great in the ring. So I don't really expect Alba Fire to lose, but it would put Isla Dawn, over, to solidify herself, I guess, as the the next NXT, come up to be watching and stuff like that. So it's 50-50. But I'm going with Alba Fire though. We're gonna see what Alba talking about here. Burn a beat or what a bat, whatever you gonna do. I don't know. Next we got Pretty Deadly defending the NXT Tag Team Championship against Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day. Why are you here? Why are we sending main roster teams to NXT to put the new guys over? It doesn't make sense, especially when your tag team division is weak on your main roster. But it's very weak on the NXT side too. It's shelved for itself. I remember they had some great tag teams in like mid between the years of 2015 and maybe 2019. Yeah, during 2019, 2020, the pandemic, yeah, Imperium. Man, I can just think of all the different tag teams they had throughout those years, and it's like these are in form that just pales in comparison to those. I don't care about this match. I mean, I really don't. I don't care for it. And the New Day don't need the NXT Tag Team Championships. So I'm going with Pretty Daily to retain. Next, we got Braun Breaker and Apollo Crews for the NXT Championship. Gonna be a fun match, but come on now. Realistically, do you think Apollo's about to beat Braun Breaker? He's not, and then after that, they'll probably just send you to SmackDown or something somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I like Apollo Crews. I think he is a tremendous athlete. Ron Breaker is coming along in his own rights as well, especially for the little wrestling experience he's had. And he's caught on really quick. He's a Steiner for real. But he's not dropping that title to Apollo Crews. Sorry, no, no. Now some of these matches might be a little lengthy because I want to say maybe Takeover is maybe 2.5 hours, even though this ain't a takeover. So most of these matches ain't gonna go that long, except for the last two. Depending on the time that they put on that, is it gonna be 30 minutes? Do you have to wait the first 25 minutes before the match actually starts? Because apparently to these rules, it's like war games, where two people start in the ring every 5 minutes, another person comes out, and the match don't officially start until all five people in the ring. And it's then there's an Iron Man system. What's this shit called? The Iron Survivor. Pardon me. What's the Iron Survivor Challenge? Yeah, I'm trying not to cuss no more. The Iron Survivor Challenge. I think it sounds like a championship Scrabble mixed with an Iron Man match or something like that. So it has a interesting concept. I want to see how it is. But yeah. So we got the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, who faces Mandy Rose. Now if you look in the participants, can you really see any of these women win that? Minus Roxanne Perez. Mandy Rose is a heel. Zoe Starks is a heel. Newly turned heel. They ain't been heel that long. Cora Jade heel. Kiana James, I'm not familiar with her, but I seen that she seems like she's snooty, so I'm assuming she's a heel. Indy Hartwell, I think Indy Hartwell is more of a tweener. I can't really define what she is because during the live event shows, Dexter Loomis has been shut up, and it's more of that's her in a baby face role. But how she's been portrayed on TV last time I seen Dexter Loomis ain't been there. She's been one of those entitled type chick characters or whatever, and so that would technically make her a heel. But then again, it's like if you don't book Roxanne to beat Mandy, this would be a waste of our time. So if any of these other women win, I don't see realistically. You see Indy Hartwell winning. It's just that if Indy Hartwell was, that she's just gonna take an L to Mandy. This is a tough one to call though. It's a tough one to call. Kiana James not winning it just because I ain't gonna say this because I don't know you. I no disrespect, but I don't think you're definitely not gonna be in a championship contenders type thing anytime soon. I've actually enjoyed Cora Jade's work. I remember I gave her some. I was a little hard on her because I was like, I really don't see what other people see in her. The skateboarding guy. I don't know. Darby Allin makes it look cooler, and she's okay in the ring. She's passable. It's not blowout amazing, but the heel turn, it's like the vibe she gives is like that's really who she is. She's a little stuck up, a little egging, and she's a punk rocker looking chick. But she's a newly found heel, and she ain't gonna be able to. It doesn't make sense to book heels and heels, and if that's dumb. So Roxanne Perez is the only logical answer. But if you're putting Roxanne Perez in this scenario to lose, it'll be a waste of time because she battled her once and lost, and then Cora Jade turned on her. If she's if she's gonna wrestle Mandy Rose, she should win the NXT Women's Championship. There's nothing really more Mandy Rose can do with it. Who else can you give her that's actually believable and beat her until I guess you bolster up Nikita Lyons or something? Because I know she's eventually gonna get the title. Eventually, Nikita Lyons is gonna get the title. What if they book it like this? It goes from Roxanne to Mandy Rose drops it to Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez drops it to Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark drops it to Nikita Lyons because they're gonna eventually. Nikita Lyons is gonna have to win it off of some type of diabolical heel, unless they actually let Mandy Rose do a full sweep, and then it gets to her. I don't know, but I can't call it now. I'm going Roxanne Perez to win the women's Iron Survivor Challenge because it's the only one that makes sense. It's literally the only one that makes sense. This next one is like I kind of like this one. I'm not too familiar with what the heck is an axiom. I don't know. But the men's Iron Survivor Challenge to determine the number one contendership for the NXT Championship. You got Carmelo Hayes. That's my boy. I can't lie. Carmelo Hayes is freaking great. He's great. He got the look. He's got charisma. He can talk on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's a natural in the ring. Everything he does just looks crisp. Man's a star. Once he gets to the main roster, you cannot mess this guy up. He's money. Push, push, dude. He cold. JD McDonough, aka Jordan Devlin. I still don't understand what the heck a JD McDonough is, but he is a great wrestler. I guess they just decided to try to make him a little douchey or something, but it's not really registering with me outside what he can do in the ring. Grayson Waller, I think Grayson Waller is great. He's a really good professional wrestler, and he plays his character well. He makes you want to beat him up, like. But he's great in the ring though. You do not underestimate him. He might just come up with a win. And then what was that? Joe Gacy and Schism. Excuse me. An Axiom. I don't know what the heck an Axiom is. Whatever that is, I don't think that's winning. Brown Breaker is a babyface, and we have 4 different heels he can face. I don't think JD McDonough is winning that just because he was already in a triple threat match with Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. So I don't know how many opportunities can this guy get. And before he did lose that match, he didn't win it. Grayson Waller, it could be a fun match between him and Breaker, but it's not believable enough that he can actually beat Braun Breaker. Even though what they put a swerve, he could be like I said, the douchey champion that everybody hates. But he's great on the microphone. He makes you hate him. He's good at what he does. Joe Gacy, that would want to engulf Braun Breaker into this weird schism cult type storyline. I don't know. Him and Carmelo Hayes got a good match, but I don't think they'll let Carmelo Hayes beat him. That's a tough one. I'm actually gonna go with the who I think will be the dark horse worker in this match, depending on the order they put it in. Axiom is gonna be in there first. If not, it's gonna be I can see them put Axiom and Waller in first. If not, Hayes and Gacy first. That would be interesting. But I'm gonna go with Grayson Waller to win this. I don't know. It's just I have to really sit down and watch the match. It's a tough thing. I have to sit down and watch the match. But that's it. It's just 5 matches. This ain't gonna be a long show at all. It's not. The two Iron Survivor Challenge matches are gonna be the ones that take up the most time. Maybe 40 minutes apiece. But then again, the War Games matches this year were less than 40 minutes. I think the men's went about 39, women's about a nice 35. So I think these matches might be a little bit longer than that, maybe like 40 minutes at top. But let's see what they produce. I'm gonna go into it trying to look for all the good, but NXT sucks. That's the whole bad part. NXT sucks, and that's it, y'all. That's NXT Deadline. I believe after this, what do they have after this? Vengeance Day. Vengeance Day in February. I personally thought that it would have been cooler if it was but they can't use it, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and it was on Valentine's Day. No, that would be a fun gimmick, pay-per-view, Extreme Rules type thing for them. I don't know, but Vengeance Day, that's after this, and unless they decide to book the NXT Championship in WrestleMania, they done that with the Women's Championship, so I don't know. But yeah, that's our predictions right there, y'all. Y'all can once again leave this in the comments section. Um, Let me know what y'all think is gonna happen. Put who you think is gonna win, and really just decide what you're looking for in a good show. And you can tell me if I'm wrong that NXT is good and stuff like that. I don't see it, but I'm trying to give it some time to where the television is getting better. It is actually getting better, just a little bit, but it's still out of the three shows. This is the worst. This NXT is still the worst one. But yeah, that's it, y'all. So I should put in a link in the description to our Ring of Honor video in case y'all do want to see it. But that's Nxt Deadline. We're gonna see what these two wrestling shows do. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know which one's gonna be the better show. I'm not gonna try to even compare them just because I know production wise, presentation wise. But hey, we're gonna see what happens. And like I said, we're gonna try and get it. We watch the show by the time we get off of work. We ain't too tired. We gotta work at 12, so if we're not too tired, we're gonna try to get a review out to y'all. We're gonna try to get a review of both shows. If not, we're gonna try to maybe live stream both of them into one or something like that. Let me know what y'all want me to do. If y'all want, I'll do a review of one of these shows. I think I could probably possibly do a review for Deadline before I do Ring of Honor. Just because I'm a little bit more invested into the NXT, what they have going on, and with this card, while Ring of Honor it was just put together. So I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I'm SSG Cool. Thanks again for watching, y'all. I'm starting to have a lot of fun doing these wrestling videos a little bit more. So just bear with us. Just bear with us. We're gonna try to do these a little more consistently. Change it up a little bit. We still got a lot of gaming content we gotta get out to y'all. So I just bear with us and just hit that bell for notifications. Hit that thumbs up. We'll get y'all later. Have a good evening.